Maharashtra's Director General of Police, Sanjeev Dayal, leaves office at the end of this month. Known as a tough officer who stopped President Obama's convoy in Mumbai because US Secret Service agents took up unauthorized vantage points, and also a man who was in charge of Prime Minister Vajpayee's security during the historic visit to Lahore, now speaks to NDTV, talking primarily about the Maharashtra police, so we'll revisit some of those instances. What's made headlines in the past few days is perhaps the issue of the Sanatan Sanstha. Now, the Maharashtra police earlier did send a report to the central government. I'd like to know from you the contents of the report and why the Sanatan should be banned, why the Maharashtra police felt so.
See, that proposal was sent way back in 2009 in the backdrop of the bomb blasts that had taken place in Thane, in Vashi and various other places, and also in the module which had come to notice in the bomb blast that happened at Malegaon. So, in the light of all those things, a decision had been taken that we should send a proposal to the central government for imposing a ban. Now, why it could not come through, I would not be able to say today, because it's a very old matter. But having said that, there are certain legal provisions that have to be met before you ban any organization under the provisions of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. So now this is a very old proposal which cannot be revived, and unless and until those provisions are met, it's very difficult to justify it in the courts. We have arrested one person in the Govind Pansare case, but it is early days of investigations, and investigations are continuing, and unless we get to the bottom of it, it will be very difficult to answer this question.
So another issue that perhaps has again made headlines from Maharashtra is police transfers. What's your take on this? Because this seems to be drifting away from what the Supreme Court says.
As far as certain recommendations of the establishment board not having been accepted by the government, well, let's say that the establishment board by the act, the Maharashtra Police Act, is recommendatory in nature.
Many want to know in Mumbai and in Maharashtra, and perhaps beyond Mumbai and Maharashtra, is about the transfer of the last Commissioner of Police of Mumbai, Mr. Rakesh Maria. It seemed arbitrary.
The Honorable Chief Minister himself has addressed a letter in a reply to an open letter published in a particular newspaper, clarifying the whole matter. Having said that, I must say that the previous Commissioner, Mr. Maria, and the new Commissioner, Mr. Javed, both are excellent officers, and there is nothing that you can say that about the competence of any of these officers.
What do you think that could have been done to at least, sort of handle this perception that's been created?
Mr. Maria has gone on a promotion. He has not been shifted otherwise. And the reasons for doing it early have also been adequately explained.
So, of late, there has also been a debate of the kind of lives policemen lead. Whom should they be meeting? Should they be attending parties? Should they be meeting a certain category of people? And this again has come to light after the former Mumbai Police Commissioner, Mr. Rakesh Maria, met Mr. Lalit Modi, the former IPL Commissioner, in London.
See, the police commissioners and senior police officers will meet certain people. They are required to meet people socially and otherwise. We do lead those in the public domain. We have seen this several times, the media printing photographs of certain people against whom there may be offences sitting next to a political personality. And same happens with senior police and other government officials. They do go to places where who is meeting you you may not be always in control of it.
I asked this question, sir, because first it was the former Commissioner of Police of Mumbai, then there were questions raised about the current Commissioner of Police of Mumbai.
When Mr. Javed met Mr. Mukherjee and his wife, there was no investigation against them on. So we need to keep that in mind. But as I said, that in the business in which we are, we have to go around and meet people. We can't isolate ourselves. You can't be sitting in your ivory towers and then say that you are accessible and you are meeting. So yes, you do meet people, and there is, as I said, there is no, you cannot sometimes help meeting people who tomorrow may turn out that there is something against them.
Sir, if I can then come back to what the reasons for the promotion or shifting or transfer or whatever terminology we may use to describe Mr. Maria moving as DG Home Guard. The Sheena Bora case. One of the questions that was being raised is, should a police commissioner be going to a police station himself to investigate a case, handle the questioning of the accused in the case himself?
Well, a police officer can do definitely anything he wants. There is no bar in the law or under any statute what the commissioner can do or what he cannot do. So, where is anything wrong in that?
One of the things that also seems to have created a perception that the police top brass was unhappy about is the sudden transfer to the CBI. Is the Mumbai police not equipped to handle cases that involve financial transactions outside the city or outside the country?
Any police of the country can only investigate within the parameters of the law. The Money Laundering Act, the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, PMLA as it is called, there are no powers for the police under this act. Now the CBI has a very standing kind of relationship wherein the ED and they get together and investigate jointly many cases they have done in the past. They will do this in the past, in this case also. There is no question on the capability of the Mumbai police at all.
What was the major hurdle for the police in the Dabholkar case, and why couldn't they do so?
Well, we tried our best in that case. We investigated all possible leads. We went into all possible motives that we could think of, but somehow we could not succeed, and that is why when the case went to CBI, we also said, okay, we have tried, and let now CBI also work on it.
Your take on moral policing, and where should the police draw the line?
All police must act within the four corners of the law, and they should never step beyond the law. Whether the law is right or wrong, it's not for the police to judge. It is for the society and the legislatures to change the law if law is not in conformity with the demands of the society or the needs of the society. But at no time should police step beyond the pale of the law. This is what I firmly believe. Today, if it is felt that police acted beyond the pale of the law, then that is wrong. However, if it is said that even though it is correct, police should not still act, then we need to look at the laws. We need to correct those laws.
Deploying policemen to guard VIPs and sometimes overdoing it is something that various times been brought up, but the issue really hasn't been resolved. How could we address that?
See, there are certain VIPs whose security you have to take care of. Whether we like it or not, there is a threat at certain levels, and those people have to be protected.
Should politicians start paying for their own security?
Well, that security is given as per the existing rules. If over and above any person desires security for himself or for his own threat perception, which he himself feels and not the state feels, well, then there is Maharashtra State Security Corporation available, to take care of those needs, or there is private security.
So before I end, a few instances from your career that have become folklore in Mumbai as part of the SPG. There was an incident where you had held up his convoy. Foreign ministry officials were upset. They didn't want that delay. But when a party was sent out to see if the route was cleared, they were attacked. Could you throw light on that incident, refresh our memory?
Honorable Prime Minister was to visit that night 3 places in quick succession. Our protocol side was informed. It was their protocol side who was insisting that since the Prime Minister of Pakistan had reached the fort, that we should move. But the Indian side said no, that they would like a clearance. And in a few minutes, the chief of protocol from Pakistan side came back and confirmed that there was indeed some trouble and the Prime Minister needed to wait. And when they were able to clear the roads, because a particular organization there had organized these protest demonstrations at various parts in the Lahore, and they were sitting on the roads and throwing stones. So once they were able to clear and give the route clearance, then the convoy started.
So also another incident that perhaps everybody remembers that's more recent is as Commissioner of Police for Mumbai, President Obama's convoy was stopped for I think close to 6 minutes.
Well, again, the other side, the Secret Service had placed their snipers at positions they were not supposed to, and therefore we had to, for the security and the dignity of the President, took this decision that let the matter be resolved and then we will move the President. And then they also realized their mistake, and the instructions came from their side to the site in charge of the Secret Service to move the sniper out. I thought that professionally the decision was required to ensure the security of the President. That was the reason for taking that decision and nothing more.
So, and lastly, a lot of speculation over what you're going to do next. Perhaps an advisory role to the government is something that's being talked about. Do you have any plans? Do you think there should be a cooling off period for?
Well, that's a pure speculation. I am very eagerly looking forward to the retirement, and I am going to take things as they come.
So you're ruling out taking up any position soon after you retire?
Let's see. We'll take things as they come.
So, and any words of advice for whoever succeeds you?
Well, all those who will succeed to the level of the DGP are extremely able and competent officers by themselves.
Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV, sir. Thank you for giving us your time. Pleasure speaking.
Nice meeting you.